And Pacquiao, of course, always an aggressive fighter.
And here's something that I like already of Solis is that he's actually moving to the right, to his right. And a lot of fighters tend to move the opposite way when they fight a southpaw. And I believe that he's using a good strategy.
You like a fighter moving to the right?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, interesting, okay.
Or he's gonna throw a wide, like a left hook type, and he's able to get countered.
Pacquiao throws that left. Of course, his bread and butter punch is that straight left hand. Solis, in his last 4 fights, has fought fighters with a 55-21 record. And while he's won all those fights, he's never lost. When you step up against the Pacquiao, it's a whole different.
Now we've seen Edgar Sosa come in tonight and handle it beautifully. Christian Maharas come in, handle it beautifully. Will Solis fight the same way, or will he freeze up? So far, you know, I think he still has to get a little bit looser. He seems a little tight.
Pacquiao looking for a chance to attack, as he always does. Solis throwing a right hand down to the body. Tries an uppercut from way out, a dangerous maneuver. And here in round 1, Pacquiao content to be just a little more passive and see what Solis has to offer. Manny Pacquiao, who due to the machinations of the boxing world doesn't hold one of the major 4 boxing titles, but he's #1 in the WBC, WBO, and IBF at 130 pounds. And he's generally considered probably the best at that weight class. If not, he might fight next. Now, good right hand landed there by Solis. That's his best moment of round number 1.
I would like to see Jorge Solis pull that straight right to the body instead of looking for the head all the times. Take some power away from him. And the good upper body movement that he has, he should utilize that quite a bit.
So a pretty close first round. Solis is through it in any case. We're in round number 2. Of course, it's a scheduled 12-rounder. And Solis getting a little wild and awkward in there, and that won't benefit you against Manny Pacquiao.
You need to get Pacquiao frustrated. Make him make mistakes. Like right there, he's getting a little frustrated because he can't get in. He's reaching in. Now right there, I believe that Solis should have thrown a left hook when he saw Manny Pacquiao go in it.
Did land a counter right hand, Solis. Pacquiao's left gets in. Of course, that's an important punch for him, we all know.
You know, we had touched on it in the open somewhat, but there are a lot of things going on with Manny Pacquiao outside the ring right now. And I almost get the feeling like he reached his peak physically, psychologically, emotionally than he was that night. Is there a danger, Gennaro, do you think, that maybe he looked past this one or didn't take this one quite as seriously as those fights?
Circumstances of which he's trying to do now outside of boxing. But I believe that he can actually become a little bit better than what he is right now, because he runs in like this a lot. And I think somebody who's a real smart fighter will eventually pick up and notice that he's going to run in, make a quick step back, and somebody with good power is going to make him feel it.
He said, I'm not campaigning. Obviously, when I'm training, I put all my mind into this fight. When this is all done, I'll go back and campaign. But for right now, I'm all about boxing.
Well, you know, there's more on the line here than just Manny Pacquiao's boxing career.
Just seconds remaining here in round 2. A better round for Pacquiao, probably, although Solis, there landing a jab, has had his moments. At least the pace of the fight for Solis, and there's another straight right hand getting in by Jorge Solis. So, down in junior featherweight, taking on Jorge Solis.
And he just connected a couple of good shots right now, too. The only bad thing about Solis is that he doesn't have the power to stop Pacquiao in his track.
And he has, when he's used it, he's been effective in this fight, but just hasn't used it enough, and that was the weapon he wanted to use. You know, in his fight against Nicky Bentz recently, he averaged 36 jabs per round, according to CompuBox, did Jorge Solis. That's what they want in this fight as well. And he is 3-1-1 against the Eric Moraleses, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Marco Antonio Barrera. Hard for them even to take advantage of it. Certainly Solis would have a hard time doing it. We saw Pacquiao just land a big left hand.
Look at that punch that you were talking about, Gennaro. That's probably the best punch of the round right here by Pacquiao. It was kind of at the end of the punch. But he's certainly one of those guys you would never tell a young fighter fight like Manny Pacquiao.
You definitely don't want to do that.
He's like the only guy that can do it.
Yes, and not only does he get away with it, he's successful. Pacquiao throwing punches, but they're having a hard time getting there. He's just, Solis is apparently able to kind of block and slip a lot of those. So just seconds remain in round 3, and again, Solis is an elusive target for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao on the right of your screen. Gets that straight left hand in again. There's the Solis jab that everyone's in agreement he should throw a little bit more, certainly including his brother. If nothing else, Solis is a very awkward fighter for Pacquiao to deal with right now.
Yeah, the height has actually been a problem for Pacquiao. The movement, I mean, people who've seen Pacquiao fight should realize and understand that he has a lot of trouble with fighters that move on him.
Probably not.
Yeah, and and Morales was barely able to hold on to win the first fight and got knocked out in the second fight. Can Solis beat Pacquiao with this kind of an approach?
As we were talking about.
What those two guys had in common, they were both hitting Pacquiao hard and often. And Solis is kind of picking his shots.
Nice left hand by Pacquiao, may have stunned Solis. We'll see. Another left hand by Pacquiao.
Here's some of Pacquiao's action in the fourth round.
Pacquiao, he has an awkward style. He looks very calm, and all of a sudden he'll just shoot out right away. And he's very quick with his hands as well.
Solis has his best moments of the fight of Manny Pacquiao in June.
That's a fight I would really like to see is Manny against Soto, because Soto is a monster.
Good straight to the right.
Here comes Solis with Manny Pacquiao trapped against the ropes and attacking. Is this playing possum?
All right, let's take a look at something that Solis did well in round number 5. And that was a good right hand,
but not often against anyone else, although, as Wally pointed out, Eric Morales certainly had his success with that.
Doesn't it seem, though, that Pacquiao has been less aggressive in this fight than you're used to seeing him?
He's coming forward and throwing punches, but they're just not as effective as he'd like there to be.
Gennaro pointed out is the awkwardness of Solis.
Just seconds remaining here in round 5. This has been a pretty good round for Jorge Solis, and that's the understatement. Though he's probably still behind in this fight, he's making some things happen against Manny Pacquiao.
Just because there's blood on the eye doesn't mean good, straight right.
Now remember, as this fight wears on, especially as we get through this round.
And there goes a pushing by Pacquiao. He's trying to muscle his way in.
Solis has been hurt here in the 6th round. Excuse me, I said the 5th, I meant the 6th.
This is now the Pacquiao that I think everybody expected to see.
And this is what I expected to see. Solis right here trying to get away from punches.
And the way Pacquiao comes in, now you're going to see it happen again. There's a good right hand by Pacquiao. He's trying desperately to finish the fight. Maybe he's a little bit more worried about the cut than we think.
Well, he should know they'll go to the scorecard. Big hook by Solis.
Good uppercut and a hook.
He's trying desperately to finish the fight. Maybe he's a little bit more worried about the cut than we think.
Well, he should know they'll go to the scorecard. Big hook by Solis.
Good uppercut and a hook.
Rub together when they come into a clinch.
Seconds down.
And Solis coming right back.
Pacquiao may have punched himself out a little bit. Now there's a left uppercut by Pacquiao. Well, this is starting to look like the typical Manny Pacquiao war, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Solis showed, if nothing else, in that last round now, he's resilient. He did recover quickly.
He got hit with some good shots by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, as we know, punches with power. Right hand gets in by Pacquiao, and again they come perilously close to clashing heads. Still a trickle of blood from the left eye.
So Solis has a tendency to fall inside, especially after he throws his right hand, and that's why the heads keep coming together.
Two left hands hurt Solis. Two good straight left hands got him in trouble again. 29 of the 32 KOs that Pacquiao has had have come within 6 rounds. And all of Solis's KOs have come within 6 rounds. So they're in territory where Solis just doesn't knock people out, and Pacquiao doesn't often do so. This is our main event of the evening, and there's another one of those big left hands. This has been a signature round for Pacquiao, and of course he had a very good 6th round as well. So he strung together 2 really impressive rounds.
Well, round 7 was about 90% Manny Pacquiao. There's a big left hand. You see that it, and I think they've run out of ideas in Solis's corner.
Yeah.
Gennaro, we were both listening, and they've invoked the family.
He's in trouble, and down goes Solis.
It looked like it was that lip uppercut that dropped him.
first knockdown here, Gennaro. This is the first time that he was sent to the canvas in this round.
Yeah, he got hurt right there, and then there's that right uppercut. I thought it was a left, but it was a right uppercut. There goes that uppercut again. He's hurt. He's out. It's it. It's over.
Solis sent down for the second time.
Cinco.
He is on the apron of the ring.
Ocho.
He's not going to beat the count. He's not going to beat the count.
Manny Pacquiao.
There goes that uppercut again. He's hurt. He's out. It's it. It's over.
Solis sent down for the second time.
Cinco.
He is on the apron of the ring.
Ocho.
He's not going to beat the count. He's not going to beat the count.
Manny Pacquiao.
And there's the end of the fight again. Double left. There's a straight right and a left to finish it off.
The end comes officially at 1 minute, 16 seconds at round number 8. The winner by knockout victory and still the WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, congressional candidate, Manny Pacquiao.